What? Why is it me?
I thought you said you were going to do
Hello, and welcome to the Stevo.
Cut that.
Keep doing it.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to the Stevo Slides podcast. I am your host, William, and I'm here with... God, that was too quick. I'm your host, William. I am your host.
Okay, I'm your host, Jude. I'm here with William and Declan.
Declan, you can't wave to them. They can't see you.
Oh man, damn technology.
Okay, for
It's
full
too-
context, the Stevo project has 5 authors. Me, Will, Declan, Maddie, and but, you know, it will be a recurring theme that not everyone's going to be here. We all appreciate everyone. We love them. They're pointing. I don't know what this is. Okay. This is going down a dark path. He's pointing a gun at me. I don't know why.
Okay.
Okay.
We can record the.
You know what?
So, no, we have to explain what Stevo
Okay, well,
is.
instead of talking to the audience, let's talk to ourselves.
Yeah, it's a podcast. We're not talking.
We're not talking... We don't care about them. Declan, stop shooting, Jude.
Okay, audience, you're now not being addressed.
Audience...
Consider yourself at the back of the room.
I
Ignored.
hate you, audience.
That's right. We love you. Give us money, please.
Okay, so the Stevo Slides podcast was created based off a character that was in a one-off short story.
It's actually emailed to us in a big group email.
It was emailed to us.
He sent it to me first.
and
Jude,
then,
there's no point taking credit. Anyway,
and then he presented it to the entire literature.
after he created it, I then created...
Hijack.
I don't know if hijack is the correct term.
You were the first one to create this.
I created the slides and the format.
Yes, that is true. You deserve acknowledgement for that.
Uh,
This is a very...
And then I also
big thing.
created a podcast and...
He is the grandmaster.
Have you guys seen that movie
Carrie-
where Mark Zuckerberg cucks that guy? The Facebook movie?
I've been meaning to watch
Network?
The Social Network.
Social Network, that's it. That's
I've
what
been
this
meaning
is
to
like.
watch it.
Yeah, it is. This is exactly what the social network. And I created Steve.
It was created equally by 5 people.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's just factually
what
correct.
is Stevo? Stevo, it's just a big Google Slides where we all write short, like 100 to 60 to 200 word comedy stories around Stevo, basically. Like, that's it. That's the gimmick.
That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Stevo.
He's
And-
just a regular old guy.
I mean, you'll come to learn that he's more than just a regular guy. Honestly, he's kind of a flawed, like he's kind
He's
of,
malformed, to
he's
say the
a
least.
parody of superheroes.
It's
and
satirical.
It's satire.
It's satire.
The definition of everything wrong with that world.
It is a parody
Yes.
and a satire of
A
a bunch of
celebration.
stuff. It is a celebration. It is a protest.
It is an excuse to not do schoolwork.
It
It's
was procrastination. Yeah.
But really, it's art.
Hit the theme music.
Hi, I'm John Johnson. And I'm Jim Jimson.
Oh, that was a good.
Who's okay? We
This
need
does
to
feel
figure
very
out how we're
improvised.
gonna divide up reading out the stories. This is probably.
I was just gonna. I thought, well, there's 3 of us, so we should just split it in thirds. Well, we're really holding you on by a thread, listeners. What is the first story? Who is Stevo? Who are we?
Should I just start?
Why is Declan still holding a gun? These are all great questions that we
Why
will
does he
answer.
have a
but
gun?
Why does he have a gun? It's my gun.
It's real, guys.
It's not a real gun.
Shut up!
I mean, it is a real gun, but I'm being thrown in the with right now.
I'm a delusional man.
There we go.
Yeah, we can just edit out all that middle
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. We'll edit out my.
That was no middle stuff.
Is it? I feel like we shouldn't be throwing our real names around like this.
We can't refer to hey W, hey Decky.
Hey, Decky Wacky.
Hey, William Waterbaby.
If we don't
My
say our
thing's just
last
W.
names, it's fine.
Yeah, just don't say your last name, Declan.
Sorry, William.
I feel like that's already too close.
Okay.
Well, we can't just refer to our first initial, because otherwise you two...
We're gonna
Why
have
did I
to
forget your
sound
first?
We should make Steve's
I forgot
names
your
like
name.
John Smith, and John Smith.
Yeah, well,
We're
that's
gonna
real.
mess up, and then I'll accidentally say your name.
Yeah, I feel like
and
we
then
should
won't
set the
notice.
precedent where we're trying to remain so anonymous that any slip up would be
Yeah.
catastrophic.
Just
And
don't
first
cancel
name
us.
is fine.
First
you can't
name's-
look up like William from Brisbane and find like you.
William Stevo.
Yeah,
I mean, we're from Adelaide.
yes. How could you forget what state we are? We're actually from Papua New
The
Guinea.
great city of
We're captured by
Broome.
New Zealand
Like we should
warlords.
just start name dropping random addresses.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Kookaburra Lane.
It was East Wing Avenue.
Okay. Who's gonna be the first?
Should we
one to
clap?
start reading? Yes.
No, I meant like to sync up the audio with getting from one mic.
Oh,
That was pretty good. I mean, it was unnecessary, but it was fun.
it was pretty fun.
Okay, we need to start because all of this is unusable, basically.
Episode 1, Season 1, the start of it all, the plane incident.
The image for this one is 3 gold stars because it is 3 out of 5.
Stevo was having a great day. He had been flying first class on Emirates to Hawaii when he noticed a chill suffuse the fuselage. Half a second later, the creaking of 100 economy class seats echoed throughout the plane as all 100 other passengers got up, murder in their eyes. They were neo-Nazi terrorists who wanted to kill him for besting their supreme leader Adolf Hitler in a drinking match. He had chugged 100 shots of the finest vodka from Sirome Winery. We can't include that crap. Okay. He stood up and with a flick of his wrist KO'd 12 Nazi scum with his seatbelt.
Then, he ripped one Nazi spine out of his body and used it as a whip to kill the next couple dozen. By the time he was halfway through dropping them all, he had reached the cockpit. He grabbed the only parachute and whipped out the lighter he'd smuggled on board for his vintage 1988 cigar. Taking a deep breath, he felt the tension in his stomach and steered the plane straight down.
He smashed the window, farted, and lit the lighter in one smooth action. C'est la vie, mon ami. Chuckle fricks. Stevo leapt out of the window and the plane blew up, killing all the Nazis. As he pulled the parachute, he smirked as the flaming plane landed on a nearby terrorist convention. His smirk didn't last long, however, as the parachute didn't open and he was plummeting towards the ground. Using his trademarked mega brain, he quickly whipped off his pants and prepared them to be used as a parachute, revealing the hot pink mankini underneath. The parachute finally opened and Stevo steered towards Bondi Beach. He had a beach party to get to.
Wow, the first story. Creative,
Could
to
we
say
try-
the least.
Yeah. Is this the discussion now? We're
Yes,
discussing
We're
it.
in the discussion phase.
I just can't believe you couldn't say C'est la vie. Like, have you never heard that before?
C'est la vie,
How
la vie.
could I have heard that before?
You've never heard anyone
It's
say
an expression.
C'est la
It's
vie?
that's
Never.
life.
I've only seen it
You've
written.
never heard the song
C'est
C'est
la
la
vie.
vie?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
C'est la vie.
How does it go? Sing it.
Maybe is that how it's
I can't
pronounced?
remember it
I
either.
don't think we can play it.
C'est
I
la vie.
mean, we can just edit this out. I'll play it for you.
As you play it, I'll sing.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
By,
How?
you know,
When-
by,
the last time I was in Italy.
Used to
you've never heard this song by Jude?
copyright.
Ah,
Audio jungle.
edit it!
I've never heard that.
Man. You're like the most cultured person here and you've never heard anyone say C'est
I'm
la
the
vie.
most
You've
cultured
been to
person.
France.
I
haven't you?
have.
I've been to France.
I have not.
Kind of a
I've been to
weird flex.
rural France.
I've been
It's
to...
a shithole.
Yeah, let's
I-
go on the French.
I mean, I love
I hate
France.
French people.
I
The
have a
one
contempt
French
for
viewer we have, the only viewer we have is French,
Oh.
and it's left. Alright, discussion.
Discussion.
I thought we could
Okay.
redo the story, but
No. Wow.
what was?
We'll learn from it.
We'll learn from it. I agree. The first story it was rough, and it did go under a few rounds of editing
You know,
from the time it was first edited to presented to the class in front of our teacher.
I believe,
Yeah,
actually,
in front
this,
of our
the story was written because we had to write short stories in
No.
class. It was
He I remember
This
he
was-
sent it
yeah.
to me ages before. He just did it for fun, and then he used that.
yeah, and you
story.
resubmitted
Yeah,
it
he
for like
recycled
the
it.
satirical
Recycled it.
action.
Yeah,
sort
it sort of
thing.
wasn't relevant to our activity.
No, it wasn't.
in
Oh,
any
actually,
form.
I do remember being a bit confused.
Yeah,
But
But it
everyone,
was
it,
good.
had like the whole class was like
yeah. The whole class was laughing.
Yeah.
and the teacher didn't say it was like
It wasn't.
it fit with what he had to write. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't completely irrelevant, but it was.
it wasn't what I
definitely-
expected, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it was good.
great. Well, it started this whole.
It did start
thing.
this.
Yeah, it was clearly effective. Actually,
It clearly shows how Stevo has some good intentions with killing Nazis. which is always a good thing, I
It's
guess.
the like
mean-
hyperbolic sort of like extreme satire.
Yeah.
I think that's what it established.
Actually,
Oh, we should read the comments
oh yeah.
that are on it.
yeah.
Zombie Bin Laden at the terrorist convention before getting zombified due canon. That was by the author. That was a I think that clearly displays how it was originally before it went underwent some grammatical.
To be clear,
Advice.
that comment references something that happens like in season 20, like 300
I don't think.
plus.
Yeah, I don't think
stories
we should
later.
mention how many seasons we have. We got to keep them thinking
Well, yeah.
we have more than one story.
Why is it
in the
bad?
If for whatever
Okay,
reason we
but we
remove
have-
an entire
we have
season,
some
We've been
seasons we're not
cancelled.
like gonna like. There is one season that is like so terrible.
There are some
There's, like,
raunchy
multiple.
stories in there.
another comment by Jude is
It is so cursed that the above was the first comment here. And then I know, right? Like we did just never comment on stories.
I wrote that one actually.
Wow.
Yeah,
Pretty bad.
we're a bit toxic.
Yeah.
That is also a prevailing theme that we're very toxic.
That. Yeah.
You're like every white girl ever.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we can. Definitely.
That's
Like
sexist.
what?
I don't know. If
I
we
love all women.
Means,
I mean, no, I don't. Some women are bad.
Anyway, one thing I
can.
noticed.
How can we be in the right?
One thing I've noticed, just reading this through, is he says that the plane seats 100 passengers, yet he says all 100 other passengers got up. So does that mean Stevo?
Where does it say can
Wasn't
seat
it
100? It
passenger?
says the creaking of 100 economy class seats.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's not the maximum. That's just how
I thought
many.
that's what it said.
it's just
Declan,
a whole 100.
Maybe you need to get your eyes checked.
Maybe I
And
It.
Shut up.
maybe.
It's sort of confusingly worded, and the fuselage. I don't know. Let me look up the definition.
I think
of
you said that
suffuse.
really well, dude.
I agree. It was better than
Sailor
Sailor.
V.
How is C, EST, LA one word?
Suffuse.
It's French.
French for fucking stupid.
Bruh, half their language is them regurgitating the mucus in the back of their throat.
gradually spread
I don't think
through
we can
or
say
over. No, it's a correct.
Yeah, it was just. I think it was just because it rhymed kind of with like suffuse the fuselage. Like it sounds like you're saying the same word twice.
Should we explain like our literature class?
How much is there to explain?
Well, it was kind of weird. It was like split in half. There was like the boys that
there
were
was
there
our
alone,
table and then the other
and
table.
then there was
That
us
was the
who
normal
spent
people.
half the
And then
time
there was us.
writing silly, goofy, inappropriate, slanderous
Yeah.
stories.
Or just playing games, like blatantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I remember once you like Declan fell asleep. You were like actively falling asleep, and then this. Should we say their names?
No.
No.
That happens a lot. I don't know why, but sometimes I'll just be like in class and if it's really boring, I just like cannot keep my eyes open. It's like,
That was
I'm
one of
sure
the
our
only
teacher will
times he got
appreciate-
angry, where he was like, Declan. It's
I'm
like,
sure-
engage.
Our teacher will appreciate
actually,
very
this is.
Oh, you can't say her.
Oh,
I'll just beep it out.
Yeah.
that other teacher.
wait, we should make like
we
a.
had like 3 literature teachers.
Our grade
across.
12 teacher was like really
Yeah, our teacher.
She only called it once or twice. Actually, speaking of, my little brother has the Scottish man for literature,
The Scottish man.
The Scottish man.
Yeah, because
Could
he's
say
grade
Mr.
10
G.
literature.
And he hasn't made any death threats yet.
Well, that's surprising.
The last time I had him as like a sub, he was just so depressed. Like all he talked about was how like meaningless life was and how he just wanted to end his own life.
It's a real
The
inspiration.
last
It was
encounter I had
disturbing.
with him was a little awkward.
I remember him walking up
It was
behind me
real.
during an exam and saying, "Can you just drop dead?" Because I was like, because I coughed once. And he was like,
That's something.
"Why don't you just die?"
We've mentioned Brisbane like so many times.
I mean, I
Okay,
feel like
it's important. Like,
we're
to the
slowly
story.
narrowing. Yeah, I feel like
we
a lot of the
mention it
stories.
so much.
I love the
Yeah.
stories, like Annalie.
Yeah, one season it is a
Logo.
set in Annalie, the suburb. Like,
Luckily, none of us live in Annalie,
No one lives in any of the mentioned suburbs.
so don't even bother looking for us there. I feel like
Such
saying that.
streets.
Yeah.
but just don't scoot too close to the edge.
Avoid the creeks and waterways.
Like Brisbane is a
Avoid the
very
crack
important
houses.
part.
Yeah, like it's like saying New York.
I
Yeah,
feel
it's like if we were New Yorkians.
I feel like if you're going to
Hey.
Queensland, then Brisbane is like Brisbane.
Yeah,
or
it's like the
Gold
only
Coast,
place.
it's like
We live in one of those underground cities in like rural Australia,
Yeah.
like where we've never seen a tree
we
before.
live in a mining town in Charters Towers.
Yeah, the only thing we have is a leaky air conditioner. That's our only source of water.
Only artificial light.
It's like vitamin D tablets, as seen in the Truman Show.
Yeah. The Truman Show. That was a good good movie.
Assignment?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we did
Oh yeah,
an
we did do it
assignment.
for an assignment as
I
well.
feel like
a
Actually, I feel like we could write a couple of stories like with a Truman.
Bro, you mean
Sure,
season
sure.
20?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Kind of is. Like it's staged. Or season.
but I feel like we could
Void's
write like
one.
a really like.
Okay, we've gone off track from the first story.
I feel like this is context.
Well, yeah.
This is
This
It's
is
just a
chasing-
free. It's a free discussion about Stevo.
Yeah, free speech. That's what we're protesting.
Yeah. I've got a gun.
Yeah.
That's why my penis is out right
No sexually explicit
now. Oh,
content.
sorry.
Beep.
For all you audio listeners out there, let me just describe it for you.
It'll be a short
No.
description.
It's really wrinkly, right? For some reason, it's shaped like a lightning bolt.
Okay.
A
Let's just
lightning
read
rod.
out. Use of sexually explicit language or narratives. Use of excessive profanity.
Would this be considered excessive?
I don't think it
Use
is.
of heavy Well, if we bleep it, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use of heavy profanity.
we
or
deny it, it
sexually
never
suggestive
If we
happens.
bleep it,
sounds.
it's implied, and
Use of excessive sexual sounds. So the beeping can't be like a moaning sound, which I was also thinking.
damn.
Yeah,
It's like scream.
eagle cawing.
Yeah, like an.
Whoa. Okay. Calm
You
down.
have to bleep the. Okay, well, I guess should we end this recording and have a new recording for the next episode?
Ah, yeah.
We should.
Well, that was episode. We should do it.
Okay, there's an outro.
An outro. That's right.
Yeah, that was,
Well, guys,
that was episode
That's-
one.
this is the
episode one.
first week.
It'll hopefully get better.
You should hunger for more.
But if
It'll
it
just
doesn't
get
get
Lust for
better,
more.
then
It probably won't because we're recording it on the same day.
Yeah. Well,
we don't know what we're doing.
We
we
Declan
do.
still has a gun.
Yep.
Okay, goodbye.
It's not a
everyone.
real gun, by the way. It's a.
We
it's
should
fake
have like a
plastic
line
gun.
that we say like "sleep tight."
Are people listening to
And
this
if
as
I
they're
don't
going to
see
bed?
you,
I feel like this is
good
possibly
morning,
the worst.
good afternoon,
Close
and
your
good
eyes.
night.
Yeah. Close your eyes.
Open your eyes now.
Heads down, thumbs up.
I remember that.
Put your hands in the air and clap them.
Okay, Stevo out.
That means you, Tim.
Stevo.
Steve out. Shut up.
Are we clicking?
Okay,
Or
stop.
should I just close?
You fucking before.
Oh man.